Ooh, that spin though? Cinema. Imagine being able to throw yourself into the blades of an airplane. Not only come out of that alive, but use it as an attack and be okay with it. Like, look at this action. Bro, like, this is pure cinema and everyone be sleeping on it. It is Christmas and Santa came to deliver the greatest fucking action scene of the season. And ain't no one paying attention. Oh, man. Undead Unluck, this special. Cinema. Now, if you got this far in the video, make sure you drop a like, help show you support, subscribe if you're new around it, and you know what, Patreon is where you're going to catch my full live reactions to every single episode of Undead Unluck, including this new special. We only did so much on YouTube, my YouTube audience didn't really vibe with it, so all of it does live over on Patreon, which also does help fund the channel and videos just like the one you're watching. Now, this special was fantastic. I still don't necessarily know the reason behind shows like Dr. Stone doing the Ryusei arc before the main season, because these are canon episodes, they're not just like special, right? This picks up directly where season 1 leaves off and majorly fleshes out Billy and where season 2 is going to go, which did get announced. Either way, this is one hell of a violent Christmas present to leave us off on. But let's first talk about the fact that season 2 has been announced. So, we got the official announcement coming from the official account. Season 2 production confirmed. Got a cute little illustration here. Not much else revealed. But to be honest, I was expecting there was going to be a season 2. Mainly because you don't drop the OVA unless the OVA was just serving as an anime original ending. Which, given how season 1 wrapped up, seemed pretty unlikely. And if you haven't jumped aboard season 1 or this OVA yet, do yourself a favor. I don't know why it's so criminally undervalued among English speakers. Like, Reddit threads were getting dead by the end of it. Only a couple of YouTube channels continued to cover the show. It feels like it's so JoJo energy, but in an even more crazy package. And I'm so happy that we are getting ultimately season 2, because it deserves a full adaptation, and if we're getting another 2-core, that's going to be incredible. Now, one of the most heartbreaking things about this OVA is the first half of it is basically dedicated to a war, and like watching this man in particular struggle because of whatever was happening with the powers. I know tanks are approaching. I need to scream. I can't move. Everything starts shutting down. And it's so horrifying because you literally see him try so desperately to scream that his mouth actually rips because he's trying to extend it that much. And like this shot too, this man, so there's this tent, right, of all the wounded soldiers and 4 tanks are rolling up. Bro wakes up only to see that tanks were there. Wouldn't even have had time to respond. They just get blasted. Just horrifying. It's absolute, like, and you know damn well this type of stuff happens in our own world with wars. We just don't see or hear about it, and if we do, we choose to ignore it because the truth of reality is too painful. But I gotta admit, the way they handled this was just such masterclass writing, and it basically leads into Billy's, like, just understanding where he came from and how he ended up joining the organization, but we also know he betrays us by the end of season 1. So it's like, it's interesting to see what they were trying to do here. And honestly, I remember really liking Billy. I thought he was a great character and he was complex and there's more to meets the eye. Maybe it's recency bias. It probably is. But they have me saying, is this actually the most interesting character? And it probably is the meme of always was. Because what they did with him, even outside the insane action, is just, he's such a more complex character than even season 1 made him out to be, and season 1 made him out to be an incredibly complex character, and that was before knowing some of the things we know here. It's wild to me too, because the action in this show, if you are a pure monkey brain individual who says ooga booga, flashy colors, sword swings, gunfights, this show, damn near every episode had that, and it's wild that it didn't keep a lot of people's attention, because I ain't gonna lie, this fight here, probably top 10 fights of this season. Top 5 maybe even. Like, is it going to beat probably some of the Chainsaw Man movie fights? I don't know. I haven't watched it yet. I'm going to be watching it soon though. Probably not, but I ain't going to lie. Like, this fight was so good. It extended the bar so high that I knew, like, holy shit, like, whatever fight they might have after this is going to seem small in comparison. It had very much Devilman Crybaby vibes to it at points, which is fantastic, and then at other points, like, how often can you see the Earth get split like this? And that's a small element to the fight. Like, let's be absolutely real. Not to mention how often can you have both characters fighting, one is being decayed from a complete side, and then the other loses their arm when Buddy pulls the trigger. Most of these shows would do fake outs, like, you're not actually, but like, from the beginning of this fight, they were treating it as, I'm shooting to shoot you in the head. I'm thrusting the sword to stab you in the heart. And boy golly does Billy deliver. Like, one of the most savage things, because his gun quite literally blows off her arm. And it's interesting too, because by the end of this whole exchange, she thinks of things, and it seems like she has a little more trust in Billy. It's weird. Most of the times, if your former ally shoots your arm off, you're gonna have no trust. She actually feels like she has more trust for him. And it's interesting because there's always so much more than meets the eye in a good show, and this one's like, no, we're doing so much more than you can expect. Also, I have to ask, if you still are trying to say, oh, it doesn't seem like it's that clever of a show, how often can you have your main character throw themselves into the engine of a plane? Because your bro's like basically immortal. Like, that's the most metal shit known to man. Like, you're basically fighting a giant snake serpent thing in the sky that messes with balance because of the scale ability, and it's just so freaking cool. Like, this show is absolutely wonderful. It had the adrenaline, it had the action, it carried off exactly where season 1 left off, and it really fleshes out Billy all the more, while setting up a really interesting cliffhanger in terms of us going to, I think it's Taiwan we're going to for the next season. Spring, maybe? I forget, to be honest. I just watched it, my apologies. But you get my point. I think this show is incredibly slept on. Probably not in Japan. Japan typically has better taste. But it's wild because I remember when I stopped covering it on YouTube, I thought to myself, this is weird. Like, this is what people generally hype up and gravitate towards. And I'm already seeing clips of the main fight with Billy being shared on Twitter, being like, holy shit, and people being like, what anime is this? Why have I not watched this? And honestly, yeah, why haven't you watched it? It is incredible. Fantastic Christmas present. Couldn't have asked for a more bloody, violent one. I'm hoping season 2 just continues to cook. It will look just as good, which, I mean, if you're doing this for an OVA, I gotta imagine you are. Fantastic stuff. You let me know your thoughts, though, down below on the OVA, and how hyped are you for season 2? You want videos on YouTube? Let me know. Drop a like, share, support, subscribe if you're new around your Patrons, where you'll catch my full live reactions to every single episode of this and more, which also helps fund the channel and videos just like these, so consider supporting if you so wish. Till next time, everyone, take care, and have a great holiday. Love you.